not bad. Hey guys, Dylan here, checking in from the studio. We have a few critical problems going on with my technique here. My plant foot, you can see I am stepping way too far on that last step. It's tilting and angling my entire body like down, which makes it look like I'm reaching upward when I'm really not. I'm just stepping so far that it's causing my entire body to be sort of angled forward. And I actually talked to a disc golf coach after my lesson with Tyler. I actually talked to Blitz Disc Golf. You've probably seen some of his videos online. And he gave me some critical form tips that I will be talking about and going over today. But I wanted to show you guys how bad my step was looking here, and then hopefully you can see some improvements in what I've been doing today and what I was working on today out on the course. And I have a goal this year to develop an elite backhand throw and see how that translates to my performance when playing tournaments in my local area. And I'm not planning on trying to be the best player in my area, but I definitely have a hunger to be a lot better than I currently am. All right, I need my plant foot to plant more like here instead of like down and here. This is like the worst position you can be in. This is like the best position you can be in, so you can actually use this tightness in your hips and drive into the shot. So getting the foot down properly is going to be a big game changer for me, but it still feels uncomfortable. That felt pretty good. I think that tree is about 400 out. And as I'm sort of working through all these things, one thing that seems to be helpful as far as this plant goes, making sure it plants the right angle, getting this toe down first is forcing me to sort of be weightless. And it's really giving me like a much better weight shift. And it's also putting my foot at a much better angle as far as that plant and pull through goes. At least seemingly. We know sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's what I'm feeling. This is a hole I usually can't get there with a mid-range. Definitely pin high. I don't think it's swung left enough. Let's see how the Athena fares. TI Swirl Athena. 10% off Disc Golf Deals USA. Go in. Oh, that was nice. Oh, that was it right there. That felt so much better. That patience is so difficult. And that's by far my farthest backhand ever on this hole. But that patience to let everything drift and load. It's like knowing when to go is so tricky because you just want to go the whole time, but you can't. And the longer you wait, the farther it's going to go. That was by far my farthest drive ever as far as backhand goes off that tee. I've done some crazy forehands that have like skipped off the street and gotten us like really, really far. But as far as just like backhand air shot, by far my farthest drive ever. Got to get that toe down first. Got to make sure those hips are as closed as I can keep them, still getting used to it. And need to be patient letting that elbow come through. All the stuff, when you do what you're supposed to do, it certainly works. But that feeling of actually getting it there is so tricky. You have so much patience to just wait for everything to get in place before you decide to go. Hole 8, go with the buzzsaw off the tee. Try basically to change nothing. I need to be patient and put my toe down. Oh, yeah, that felt pretty good. I swear those buzzsaws are like way less stable than a normal buzz. Let's try out good old-fashioned Athena. I think that's literally in the gap. Absolutely perfect. The thing that did make it into the gap, we're a little pinched off on the tree here. I just really want to focus on throwing in open space today. Also not really trying to work on the forehand today. So let's take a detour, put on a slight hyzer, and see if we can get it to drift towards the pin. Perfection. Fade back. I think that's going to be inside the circle on the right side. I feel like my release point is feeling really nice too. A lot of good things coming together. I still am not super happy with the angle of my foot coming down. Like, it needs to be internally rotated so that it can externally rotate. If you're already externally rotated, you're just stuck here. Got to get this leg in. You can like feel that tension in the hips when you're here. But if you're like this, how I've always thrown, you just got no tension to work with. Messes everything up. That is so good. Another possible best drive ever on this hole. That is way up there. Should have a little right up to the basket for an easy tap in birdie. Hole 9 also happens to have a super fun short tee. You can't just walk past it. You got to throw a couple of proxies at the very least. Same form with putters and with drivers. Everything the exact same. Oh, that felt good. Not a stable enough disc, but that release felt absolute money. Let's try and line this proxy up a little bit straighter. There it is. The proxy's so good. And speaking of proxies, we have the Silva Saarinen Particle Proxy pre-order live on the website. Click the link in the description below to get yourself one of those. Those are going to be absolutely sick. I love the Proxy. It's my favorite throwing putter at the moment. And you know I'm going to be bagging one of those instantaneously when they come out. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Let's get back to the outro. I feel like every time I come out to the course and I'm doing deliberate backhand training, I leave the course as a better player than when I got to the course. And I really am starting to get comfortable with some of these new ideas. There's just a mental block when it comes to like planting with my hips closed. I'm not sure why my body doesn't like that, but it's something that I'm going to get used to. I'm going to continue to practice it. I was doing my best to do it. It didn't hurt anything, felt good, was throwing nice and far, nice and straight. Threw a lot of really nice lines today. And I feel like the disc is coming out of my hand really nicely as well. The elbow staying out in front. There's a lot of good things going on with the form. I want to give a massive shout out to Waz Disc Golf. He just started his channel where he's going to be doing a lot of coaching stuff. So make sure you go follow his channel. And then big shout out to Blitz DG. I wasn't able to work with him in person just yet, but we had a really helpful, informative video call. And his single dragon drill, I felt like really helped me understand what the hips are supposed to be doing. And the single dragon drill, very simple drill. I'll link that in the description below as well. So you can sort of start working on these things as well. But over the last week, I feel like my form's gotten like 30% better, which is, it's hard to put a number on it, but I just feel like with every time I work on this stuff, I'm just getting like one step closer to having like pro level backhand form. And it doesn't just look better, it also seems to be feeling better. And I can see the potential that I'll be able to perform better as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Stay humble, live with gratitude. I'll catch you in the next one, and take care.